Hi, welcome to my Cloud Financial channel. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I guess now is a good time. So you've been finding a lot of AWS cost optimization in your environment. In this video, I'm going to explain why you should use the term cost avoidance instead of cost saving. So let's get right into it. Have you been into a meeting with finance and some executive and you share some cost saving that you've done, and then the meeting turned into people arguing, and then you leave that meeting very confused. Like, I helped save the company a lot of money, and I'm not sure if they were happy or not, right? So I'll explain why, what really happened, right? So when you talk to a CFO or to the finance team, and you tell them cost saving, what goes in their mind is cutting money from your budget, right? You find some saving. That means they could reduce your AWS budget and use that money somewhere else. It's amazing. The parallel between managing your AWS costs and finance managing a company budget is very similar, right? You have you have teams in AWS that will spend a lot more than what they were supposed to. And then there's other team like you that finds cost optimization, which we call cost avoidance, right? And when you manage your AWS budget, you use those cost avoidance to offset some other team that are maybe ran into some problem and have to spend more, right? Before you give money back to finance, you want to call this cost avoidance. Oh, that makes sense, right? Cost avoidance for finance means something like, oh, it's work to help stay within budget, right? So they're not going to look at that money to put it somewhere else. They're going to think, yes, you need that effort to stay within budget, and then maybe there'll be some money left over for cost saving. So hopefully that helped you. It's very confusing when you talk with finance, and if you have your boss in there that's responsible for your AWS budget, and then have them fight into, no, I don't want to give money. They know, right? Whoever's managing your AWS budget knows that it come and goes, right? It's hard to manage your budget, so you have to take those savings, make sure that another team is not spending more before you give some to the finance team. Now, there's one more thing. At some point, you will have to commit to some cost saving, right? For example, right now, revenue is not great for most companies out there, and in AWS, it's very easy to cut costs, right? As soon as you shut down the server, you no longer pay for this. It's a good way of saving money. So if you have to commit on cost saving, on things you haven't done yet, 2 things you should do. First of all, give you some padding in terms of the work involved to get those savings. Usually takes longer than what people estimate. So give yourself some padding. The other one is, don't give finance the impression you can give them 100% of the cost. There's always things that come up. Sometime when you think you're going to retire some server, you needed something, and then there's still something that's going to be running. And usually finance will understand this. They'll be fine. So don't overcommit and over get excited. I have an example where I'm at where we had some legacy server that was been running for years and still getting some traffic. We reduced the size of it, but it's still costing a lot of money. And it was like, okay, we gonna retire those server. So when costs explode, look how much it costs, and look at the price. Well, I remove. I think I told finance we would get about 60% of the saving from what's currently spending. And then the other thing is, I asked the team when they could get this done. That was in 2019. They say, oh, before the end of December 2019. So I went back to finance and I told them May 1st. And they were happy, right? It's the big server. It's a lot of money every month. So from May to the end of the year for 2020, it's a big chunk of money. Finance was happy with this. It turned out, right? We're not quite in May yet, but we just recently, a few weeks ago, converted those server. And like expected, we thought we were gonna shut them down completely. We had to keep some stuff, so we replaced. We created some non-app function and some CloudFront distribution to replace what was there. And it's a lot cheaper, but the padding kind of help. So everybody's happy. So we finish early. We have a little bit extra money for other team is spending a little bit more here and there, and everybody's happy. Now, of course, sometimes cost saving, especially like what's going on right now, you have to be a little bit more aggressive than a few months. But when the interest is there, you could go faster and commit for a little bit more. There's just basic advice. So hopefully that will help you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. It's going to help me, encourage me to do more. I have a ton of subject that I want to share. And have a good day. Thank you.